That's all we needed. Now you're stuck watching our stupid show.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. And I don't think it's ever been more apropos to say it before we start this podcast, considering that
Tonight on Stumbling Down History Road, we're going to be talking about Saturday Night Live.
which
With
ironically
musical
enough starts
guest.
out with the musical guests, Red Hot Chili Peppers,
And tonight's host.
the
Jerky Boys.
Jerky Boys.
There we go. Whatever. Yeah,
So,
We'll get there.
We'll get there. All right, so
introduce yourself.
I'm Jackson.
I'm Garrett.
I'm D.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. And
Quick shout out again, 250 subscribers, shirt, 500 Pornhub, 1,000 married people. You know the deal. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
I like how now you're just kind of adding it because at this point you may as well.
I mean, it's been said. It's part of the lore. People love lore.
People love lore.
I mean, he's just reading the teleprompter, and it's on the teleprompter, and you know he'll read whatever's on the teleprompter.
Not a Saturday Night
I'm
reference.
Ron Burgundy.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
I mean, that's kind of loosely SNL.
Yeah. A lot of sketch comedy, a lot of parody off of current events. So Saturday Night Live is
Way too fucking political.
very much, but I
Shoving
mean
it
that's
down your throat now.
now. Yes,
It's not the same anymore.
now it's very, very
Went all
political.
woke.
It's always had
No,
a
I'm just
political
fucking around, I don't
twist
give
to
a
it
shit.
because one of its longest running segments is the weekly newscast.
The
or whatever.
Weekend Review.
The weekend review.
The
or
weekly
whatever.
review.
Weekend update.
Weekly update.
Weekend
Whatever the
update.
fuck it's called.
Yeah, something update. And that's basically just
The Weekend playing Most Def.
yes.
The only reason
Which
it's
is our
gotten
musical
okay
guest
now is
tonight.
because the black guy and the white guy write each other's jokes.
Oh, Kel.
No, it's not Kel.
Keenan?
No, the other one.
Is Keenan even still in it?
Keenan Thompson? I am like
I think
80%
he's-
positive he's still in it. Yeah,
I think he's the longest running
like
cast
member
member in the history of the show. So before we get to that, I guess we should
Jesus Christ, if he's the longest running cast member.
crazy, right? But yeah. So to get started, Saturday Night Live.
Can
is
we all
a-
just agree that it ended in the 90s?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that's like resurrected.
There's different casts, different writers, different producers.
It's
But
it's almost like
everybody
Easter.
has their own favorite.
Every once in a like, it's
And
like-
everybody agrees it's before the 90s.
like,
Well,
like, it just
it's before the
resurrects
2000s.
Yeah, I mean, it had its peaks and then it had its valleys, and it was almost canceled a couple of times by the network. Both creators at one point.
Which network is it on? Just so we...
NBC.
Yeah.
he's still there. Yeah, he's still part of it.
Yeah. So
But yeah, it's not him on the current weekly update.
to
Weekend
get
update?
to get a little backstory, so the show actually aired 1975 was the first episode. It was October 11th or December.
October 11th, 1975. Yeah, it was meant to... So it was meant to basically be a weekend reprieve from Johnny Carson because he got tired of doing the Late Show every single fucking night.
Yeah,
And
so-
it was King Johnny.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he so yeah,
who's to
they
disagree?
He basically they would run his show all week, and then they would do the reruns all weekend. And at a
I
certain
think
point,
I think he was still doing I think he was still doing weekend things before he was like,
oh,
fuck
yeah.
this shit, I'm done.
So he was doing 7 days a week, and then at a certain point, he's like, I need to scale this back, and we'll do some reruns.
I'm old.
Yeah.
Give
exactly.
me a day off.
Yeah, so they did reruns Saturday and Sunday, and then as he progressively got older and he just needed more time off, he was like, I'm actually going to need you guys to run reruns throughout the week as well because I need to take some time off as well. So it's kind of similar. Like, actually, I was just watching, stumbled a little bit, but I was just watching the Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood documentary with Mr. Rogers, and he was saying something similar. How they were talking about how he basically produced enough shows so that he can like be on hiatus for a little while.
Johnny
And then
Carson definitely like front loaded a lot of his work throughout the week, so this way he would just be done with it. And people continued that bit. I mean, Craig Ferguson continued his Friday night
Ty,
episode.
It's me Friday night toy. And then everybody started laughing. Yeah.
On like Wednesdays or something like that.
Yeah, he would record Friday nights on Wednesdays.
Is this still from the stuff that we got you?
No, I got that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
This is tasty.
He went
Yeah.
back on his own.
Same
It's,
stuff.
the one you got me was orange. This one's a blue.
Different
It's
flavor,
tasty.
Got pretty good THC level too.
but not sponsored.
Oh
But
fuck no.
they can sponsor us. If you want to be the first sponsor of Stumbling Down History Road, talk to us. We'll get you out there. Not
Talk
sponsored.
to me, baby.
First corporate sponsor, because we have top-notch tinctures who kind of is our sponsor. We like to try them out, and he usually hooks us up with some weed, which we may or may not have to pay for, so it's kind of not really a sponsor, but we like to
collaborative.
show
He's a
him
cool
love.
guy. He is a cool guy.
Friend of the show, collaborative
Friend of the
effort.
show. Awesome guy. They'll argue probably the best weed in the area. I don't know if they'll argue it. They'll probably just say that it is.
He has very, very good weed.
But
If the weed ain't hitting his other stuff, the concentrates. This
Yeah, he's got, I mean,
I do CBD stuff,
everything. He's got
he's got good stuff. So I'll say that.
A wide variety of CBD tinctures, THC tinctures. He can infuse basically any fucking food or almost any substance that you can fucking bring him. He can infuse it.
Check him out on our CBD episode. He is extremely knowledgeable.
He
cut
also
this whole bit for Instagram.
he was also on the Elliot episode for a little while with his massive cock, where he revealed why he actually is in that wheelchair.
Yes, but he didn't talk about the product that we are
Yeah,
loosely
yeah.
talking about. That's why I'm like, check out that one.
But yeah,
He's
you
just a
could-
cool guy. If you
he's
want
a
to
great
hang,
guy. Yeah. So how did we get onto him? How did we get onto it?
not sponsorships.
Not sponsorships.
And
Oh,
you
yeah.
started talking about the weed.
The weed.
Oh, the weed. Yeah. The weed's pretty solid. But what does Chipotle have to say to us?
Probably something racist.
Nah, semi. Not really. He's talking about how Indian food destroys his stomach.
Great.
At least he's not sending pictures of his poop skis.
But yeah, it started in 1975 to give Johnny Carson a reprieve.
So yeah,
First guest, first host was actually George Carlin.
George Carlin, which
Yep.
George Carlin is fucking awesome.
Was.
He was. Yes.
Was.
Was. Postpartum.
Posthumously.
Yes.
Oh, he was
still
posthumous.
humorous.
Get
He's
it?
still humorous.
I get it.
We got you.
Especially
see
after
where
his
you're
wife
going.
passed.
But so all right. Initially, when the show first ran, ABC was running a show called Saturday Night Live. They had to call themselves Saturday Night without the live until the ABC program was canceled. Not many episodes in, it didn't last that long, and NBC bought the rights so that they can then turn around and call themselves Saturday Night Live. They say in the beginning of every episode, live from New York, it's Saturday night, because the original show was called Saturday Night, and that was the original bit, live from New York, it's Saturday night.
Yeah.
So now they keep it that way because it's just
So I didn't know that there was a previous Saturday Night Live. I knew that Lorne Michaels and Dave Wilson kind of,
Edelberg.
no, that was later. Dick Ebersol didn't come
Ebersol.
around until 80s. But Lorne Michaels and Dave Wilson, they were the original director and the original executive producer. And I heard that they were basically in charge of coming up with pilots to replace it. And he kind of just went like, all right, can I come up with multiple pilots? No, you get one. What's the best of one pilot? Sketch comedy in the 70s.
So they took a lot of their cast members from Second City, which was a Chicago and Toronto-based comedy
Oh yeah,
sketch.
yeah. I mean,
So,
if
like-
you're anyone who is anybody in the comedy scene, like that's either where you get your start or you go to die. Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. Well, now it seems like as it's progressed now where we are now, it seems like you almost go to die there. And in the beginning, it's where a lot of people made a name for themselves. A lot of people.
Let's
So, like,
list off some notable casts.
Well, before we get to that,
All right, fine.
Because I just wanted to put because it's relative to to what we're talking about. So the original cast members a few of them were on the ABC program, and they were known as the Ready for Prime Timers. When they switched over and they brought them to the Saturday Night Live program, they did a little play on it, and they called them the not ready for prime timers. It was that so like the first season was kind of known as like the not ready for prime timers, and I believe they made a documentary about, and the name of it is called like the not ready for prime timers or whatever the hell. So those cast members, which really got the fucking kickoff, were Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, Garrett,
John Belushi,
Garrett something,
Garrett Morris.
and
We mentioned Chevy Chase, Jane
Yeah.
Curtin.
Jane
Let's
Curtin.
see, Gilda Radner.
Dan Aykroyd, Garrett Morris, Chevy Chase, Lorraine Newman, John Belushi, Jane Curtin, and yeah.
But a lot of the writers, some of the writers on there became.
Well, I mean, some of the writers before that, to mildly interrupt, were like from other fucking daytime talk shows and shit, because it was just get the best guys you can find and hand fist them in.
Yeah, pretty much, because they were trying to get a foothold, so they needed to have good.
They needed a good product.
They needed a good product, yeah. But it was kind of short lived because they had a lot of ups and downs. Like I said, it was a lot of peaks and valleys, and they did a lot of resurrecting.
Are
and
you
a lot
good
of-
over there, man?
I don't know
You've been
what's-
coughing nonstop.
You all right?
I'm sorry.
It's hitting.
That shit be hitting. That shit be hitting.
My throat's been a little funky this week.
Tweaking? My man's tweaking. I haven't seen him cough like that since high school. Man. Not sponsored, but we can be. By. What are these fucking things called?
Don't call them out. Don't shout them out. They're not sponsored. Just like our drink that nobody knows the label of,
Not sponsored, but
or our other drink that nobody knows the name of.
I don't know these
make
people.
it more available, you fucks.
Turn that shit
Say
around.
whatever.
We're not sponsored.
You know who you are.
No, you're fine. He needs to turn his shit around.
Won't you turn the car around?
But basically, this is your dad's favorite TV show and your dad's favorite cast.
Well,
Your
this
dad's
case now it's
favorite
all-
movies were made from these guys.
Yes.
Actually, in this case now, it's more kind of like your grandpa's, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Our dads.
Our dads.
and
Grandpa.
a lot of our, statistically speaking, thanks YouTube for
The
allowing me to
demographic.
check our demographic, is about our generation, 25 to 30 something.
People watch us.
Yeah.
30 something. Awesome. I fit into the 30 somethings. Yes.
No, you're in
Just
the
barely.
90 plus.
I'm in the somethings. I'm in the somethings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Pardon me.
their dads.
Yeah. So I mean, that's really probably one of the biggest, I guess.
What is? We got sidetracked.
Like I don't because you said something about like all the movies and stuff that were produced from all these.
Oh, yeah,
heavy
yeah.
hitters.
National Lampoon.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything
Mad
involving, like.
TV, we're all-
National Lampoon wasn't an SNL.
No,
movie.
it was, but they
No,
were-
but it used
but
a
they
lot of
were-
the National Lampoon, guys.
Oh yeah.
And it also it was a big like they all had a big influence of it. They had a big influence on Mad TV.
Monty Python was
Monty
huge,
Python,
and
the
they had a
National
huge influence.
Lampoons.
Mel Brooks.
They had a big influence on In Living Color.
Oh my God! I don't think In Living Color would happen if it wasn't for
No.
Saturday Night
I
Live.
wouldn't have gotten
I mean,
care without In Living Color though.
there was no
Whatever the
there
Fire Marshal Bill at your service.
commercial bill at your service.
at the time there was no live sketch comedies. They had gone away with it. There used to be a couple. Fuck those guys. They don't count. They're not Saturday Night Live. They clearly made no impact.
Didn't we do an episode on we were talking about sketch comedies? Chappelle? Did we do Chappelle episode?
No,
What were we talking about?
we talked about Chappelle on Mel Brooks. We talked
oh,
about
'cause Mel Brooks. We were talking about a lot of sketch comedy stuff.
yes.
Yes, that's right.
Check out our Mel Brooks episode.
Sorry. As we stumble, I also fucking forget things.
It's the weed.
It's
Check out our weed episode.
it's the Coca-Cola.
Jesus
Not
Christ,
sponsored.
Half our dialogue is just check out old episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done a few at this point.
Yeah. I mean, we have
A catalog.
we have a couple episodes to watch.
How many are we at now anyway? Almost 100, I think.
Are we at 100?
No.
I think we're over 100. No.
No.
I've been on at least 100.
Nope. Statistically speaking.
Statistics.
Statistically.
But you'll find again, as we said, probably some of the most notable comedians of all time as either guests, hosts, writers, cast performers. I mean, fuck, Shane Gillis, who's super popular right now, was on it for all of like 2 episodes.
And they have a.
He never actually had a aired episode. He was never in it. He did a couple episodes, but none of the stuff he was ever in actually aired.
See, there you go.
See?
A lot of people get fired. There's a lot of controversy with the SNL.
A lot.
Oh.
Yeah. But apparently it's because he said a bunch of anti-Asian shit.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, in general, a lot of people get fired. As it turns out, when you've been running for what?
49
40
years.
It's the longest
Almost
running
50 years.
The
It
longest
is.
running.
It's the longest running American show
Longest
now.
running
Yep,
American.
as of last year.
Yeah.
49 seasons.
49th.
But
And
you
some of
also
them
get a
are
lot of people
definitely
who
way
get
better than others.
Yeah.
Way better than others.
you get a lot of people who get a lot of big heads. Here's looking at you, Chevy. You
Yeah.
get a lot of people who should have never replaced other people. Here's looking at you, Jim. Jim Belushi replacing his brother.
Yeah, I mean,
He wasn't bad, but he was
Like I think it was more like an ode to
to John.
Yeah. I don't know. He wasn't bad, but obviously it's not the same. And if you try and hold him up to that standard, it's never gonna work.
I mean,
it's kind of like trying to Chris Farley and his brother fucking what the hell was his name? Remember when they did
Something Farley.
U plus me equals us? The fucking
Nope.
I know my calculus. U plus me equals us. That was the
John Farley, Kevin Farley, or Jim Farley?
Probably John.
I think it was Kevin Farley because it was Chris and Kevin. They did the U plus me equals us, the calculus. I think.
There's John Candy. Turns out a lot of fat people are really funny on that. Jim, John, Chris, Kevin is okay.
Together. That yeah. You guys don't remember the boy band parody group Together?
No.
You got to check that shit out. It was fucking like.
Bro,
back-
you're 30 years older than us.
I know. I'm in the fucking somethings, not the 30s anymore. I'm in the somethings department. But back when like MTV was actually fucking playing music still on MTV. You know that song?
There was Springsteen,
Yes.
Nirvana.
and YouTube and Nirvana.
Huh. That's interesting.
What's that? What's interesting?
From the
Is that
2002,
interesting?
as the top 50 TV greatest shows of all time from 2002, Seinfeld was number 1.
You know, Julian Louis-Dreyfus, she got her fucking start on Saturday Night Live. She's one of the more notable.
Yeah.
And she is now one of the highest paid grossing actors. I think she's like
Actresses?
actors.
Actors?
I am an actor.
I don't know. Depending on which generation you go with, they either want to be called an actor or an actress.
Yeah.
Either way, she's acting. But she is the act.
I don't really.
But apparently, she's a billionaire.
Yeah, I believe that.
Really?
When you make a lot of good fucking investments, and let's face facts, with a name like Dreyfus,
Yeah.
come on. But she's also
What are
been
you
around
implying?
since the 80s doing this shit. So, where do we want to like talk about different casts? There's so many different casts. There's so many different like almost total shutdowns of cast where they leave one person, where they leave no people. Eddie Murphy got his fucking start. He was 20 years old when he started. Fucking John Mulaney was a writer for SNL for a while. He's a big name in terms of stand-up right now, ish. Fucking
Sandler broke out in SNL, but he didn't get a start in SNL.
Who?
Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah, so she's worth $2.9 billion.
Impressive.
Adam Sandler,
Adam
Chris
Sandler,
Farley, Chris
Farley.
Rock.
Yep.
And, I already said Eddie Murphy, but John
Will
Belushi, who
Ferrell.
again cannot be understated.
Will
How
Ferrell,
fucking funny that
Definitely.
guy was.
Chris Kattan.
Will Ferrell's all right. Depends on what he's
Yeah.
doing.
Depends. Some of his stuff, yeah. Some
Did
of
John
his
C.
stuff, not so
Riley get a
much.
start there or no?
No, I think they were just friends.
I think he had, but also, I mean, yeah. So I like movies like the Blues Brothers.
Dan Aykroyd.
Movie. What else came out of that? A Night at the Roxbury, which obviously isn't the best representation, but it's a pretty solid movie for what
Wayne's
it is.
World.
Wayne's World, which is
Wayne's
probably
World 2.
Wayne's World 2. Wayne's World is probably one of the most successful movies that is a spin-off of that. I mean, if you want to talk about Chevy Chase's National Lampoon movies, you know,
Yeah, I mean, National Lampoon was kind of like
But not-
a
I mean-
side thing of
Yeah, but I'm saying-
SNL. It wasn't.
yeah,
It wasn't a skit from SNL.
no, but I'm saying that was
It used a lot of the guys. Yeah.
It was like a big part of it. you
Yeah.
know?
It used a lot of the guys. They were all friends. I mean, for fuck's sake. I mean, look at Ghostbusters.
Yeah. What about
Yeah.
what was
With
that?
Dan Aykroyd, fucking Bill Murray.
Yeah, Bill
Like,
Murray. Was
they were just boop, printing money. effectively.
Molly Ringwald. What was that fucking movie? Superstar. Was it called Superstar? That was
Never Stop, Never Stopping?
No, but that actually doesn't count as an SNL film, apparently.
Which one? Superstar?
No, Never Stop, Never Stopping.
Oh.
I know the one you're
Lonely Island?
referencing- Yeah, no, apparently the Lonely Island movies doesn't count as an SNL film.
Huh,
least
really?
according to-
SN-
At least according to Wikipedia.
SNL basically
it was
had
Superstar,
Lonely
yeah.
Island.
Yeah.
Mike Myers? Mike Myers. Oh my
Myers
God.
Is probably one of the biggest. One of the biggest.
How did we not talk about Mike Myers
Yeah.
being from SNL? And
Yeah.
we talked about Adam Sandler, and I think Mike Myers is arguably better.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. They actually like between Mike Myers and Chevy Chase and John Belushi, they do a lot. There's a lot of like Canadian and like Chicago like area like.
Yeah, that
it's
north,
all-
mid-north.
Even
Canada.
though it's shot
Canada?
in New York City at 30 Rock or whatever.
Live from New York.
It's Saturday
But
night.
a lot of their comedians were Midwesterners and like
Wherever they can find them.
yeah, but I mean in the
What else are you
beginning-
going to do in the Midwest other than make people laugh and fuck?
Yeah, but I mean so like
Farm?
yeah, I guess
You have two
that's-
options.
That's why you produce a lot of funny people because there's not a lot to do, I guess.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, you know who I don't like that much, but is getting a lot of love right now? Bill Hader.
Which one is it? Oh, yeah. he's
Yeah.
okay.
I don't think he's bad. I just don't see the mass love for him.
He's alright.
Wasn't he in
He was an It.
Yeah, he was in.
Who's
It.
the guy in Boys?
Oh, the one Dewey?
Yeah, Dewey.
Boy?
I mean Huey? The guy who plays Huey. I know who you're talking about.
Because he kind of reminds me of Bill Hader. He's got that same fucking look.
Yeah, but that's not the boys. He's not in that.
No, I know he's not
but I
in that,
know
but he
who
has
you're
that same look as him.
Jack
Jason
Quaid?
Sudeikis is kind of cool.
Jack
Fred
Quaid.
Armisen's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
cool.
Jack Quaid is.
And Jason Sudeikis, Fred Armisen is kind of cool of that like mid 2010s ish
I'm
era.
a big Fred Armisen guy.
I said they're kind of
Did
cool.
we say Chris Farley? Did we talk about?
We talked about.
We
Chris
mentioned
Farley.
him, yes.
but
We
we didn't
mentioned
talk.
him, we didn't
but we
talk
didn't talk
about
about Grandma's Boy.
Is that
Grandma
an
Boy
film?
considered a
Well, I mean that was like David Spade, not really Adam Sandler, but like David Spade was part of that crew. Chris Farley was part of that crew.
And Grandma's Boy.
Dude, that's a.
Chris Farley was already dead when Grandma's Boy came out.
Yeah, are you sure you're not thinking about Tommy Boy?
Tommy Boy.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
Grandma's Boy is another good film.
Tommy
Check
Boy
that
is
one out.
not a SNL film either.
that's not an.
That's not SNL,
No.
but it has SNL people.
Yeah, it doesn't
It
mean
does,
it is.
yeah, but they got they got.
Dude,
this
you're
But they're
List
down by
right
the
here.
the lake. And
Blues
they got a van.
Brothers, good. Wayne's World, good. Coneheads, no.
What
Wayne's
about
World-
Martin Short? What about
was a good movie.
What?
Coneheads was
a good
okay.
movie.
No, it wasn't. Wayne's
Trading
World 2,
Places?
pretty good.
Trading Places was good,
Trading Places.
but that wasn't him.
It's
that
Matt-
wasn't that.
Ooh. Has anybody actually seen that?
Which one?
Stewart saves it. Stewart has a movie?
Stewart?
No, okay, different Stewart.
Oh yeah. Was that Martin Short playing?
Stewart.
Right.
No, Al Franken.
Al Franken.
Stewart, the one you're thinking of is from
Mad TV, which I don't think would have happened without SNL.
No.
No.
There's a lot of things that came out to try and compete with SNL, but none of them took
None
it
of them
down.
can stick.
Stewart say it was failing. I don't think any of us
Mad TV is probably the most famous one.
But I don't. Like
In Living Color was definitely in like the 90s the most famous one, 80s,
I think.
but that didn't stick around.
I
as long.
really think because of the like how iconic it is and how like just how much it's produced and how much like of like TV culture and like movie culture and like just in like the lore of everything. It's kind of like the only reason why I think it's been around for this long because like I said, there were many times where the show was dead. And not just because the cast members were like lackluster and like just underperforming and like the fucking.
It wasn't relevant. It wasn't relevant. It wasn't what people wanted.
No, but it was literally like Lorne Michael was like, we need to revamp. And NBC was like, no, you need to produce the show tomorrow. And he's like, no, we need to revamp. We need to fucking start over. And they're like, no. And he's like, all right, well, I'm fucking out of here. And he left. And same with fucking, that happened a few times. And then for a little while, Lorne Michael wasn't on the show. And then the other producer left. And for a little while, it was a lady was running the show. And that was a complete shit show. She lasted,
yeah, there was definitely some bad years.
And like, the show was on life support a lot of times, and then it was resurrected by a lot of good cast members because they like
a lot of good writers. People don't give enough credit to the writers.
Yeah, and then they had to turn a lot of the writers into cast members, and that didn't work because they weren't able to be cast members, and like just things that were like there was a big thing with what the fuck is her name? She ripped up the picture of Pope John. And then that almost got them shut down.
The Zombies chick.
Yeah, the chick from the Zombies.
There's as it turns out, there's a lot of controversies that happen when you're live.
Yeah, and also when you
people just kind of let you happen.
But here's the thing,
because
it's kind of drawing for it because like Dee said earlier, it's a earlier and now so again, but it's a politically driven show. So when you have
Sinead O'Connor,
yeah.
Sinead,
yeah, from
she doesn't deserve it.
Cranberries, was she in the Cranberries?
No,
she was an actor, right?
No, she was the Cranberries.
She was the Cranberries
because they were doing, I want to say Zombie.
They did. Rage Against the Machine had a statement about the host, and a billionaire like Ashley Simpson had that whole fucking fiasco with the limp sync. There's all sorts of stupid shit.
Where she that dumbass dance. That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of but I think like we said, it's on like season 49, and a lot of them were trash years. A lot of other shows, if you're producing the fucking ratings and the fucking terrible content, you're not coming back. But I think what kept pushing them along was
legacy.
The legacy, exactly. 100% the legacy. And like now I think the legacy is continuing, and I think it's on fumes, and who knows if it's going to get...
I think that they market themselves well enough with certain things. I mean, if you want to go back not super long ago, fucking Elon Musk dressed up as Wario.
Yeah.
Like, for fuck's sake.
I mean, but here's the thing.
Kenan Thompson has apparently talked about possibly trying to cap it at season 50.
And they're going to have to, because just based off of how people watch TV, how people get their content, how, like, people aren't really home on a Saturday night. I got to watch Saturday Night Live. They'll watch a clip, or they'll watch, they'll watch a this, or they'll watch a that. But they're not going to sit there and be like, it's 11:30. I got to watch Saturday Night Live. My
Nobody
dad
has
did.
regular cable anymore for that anyway.
My dad did, but he wasn't, he wasn't out and about. He was unfortunately home, bedridden pretty much. And like he was just waiting for, different programs so that he can pass the time, unfortunately. But like, I'm not home on a Saturday night looking for fucking Saturday Night Live. Jackson's not home on a Saturday. We're not like, oh, we got a Saturday Night Live because
turns out we're here with you, our viewer.
I mean, it was on Netflix for a while, and I would watch the occasional episode on Netflix for background.
But like, and then like,
which is interesting because they removed the musical guest portion.
So like, because they probably couldn't get the fucking musical rights.
Fucking
from
rights
the fucking
for that type of shit. It's probably a pain in the ball. So yeah,
to get the royalties for the fucking rights to play the music. So, but like, I don't know if you guys remember.
I think there's some versions that also cut the Weekend Update too.
They cut the Weekend Update. They changed the name of the Weekend Update. But I don't know if you guys remember when they came out with the best of compilations. They had these DVD sets, and it was the best of Will Ferrell, the best of Chris Farley, the best of Chris Rock, the best of, and it was like the best of every one of their top guys' skits. And like, those were the ones that I watched. Like, I remember like watching those. Like, I fucking loved those skits, and I would just basically watch. We bought the DVD, and me and my boys would fucking just go to one of our friends' house, and we would
it's always a
smoke,
best of clips.
And we would just put on the best of clips, but we didn't watch full episodes because, let's face it, unless it was one of their fucking spectacular skits, It was
No,
it
there's
was
a lot
kinda
of hit
just-
and miss. I mean, there's
and
a
there was
reason
lot
why.
more miss.
There's a reason why it's sketch comedy as opposed to full-on comedy shows, because with a lot of it, it's easy to just like fall to the wayside as little individual bits. Look at like the fucking lunch lady from Adam Sandler. That one took off. The cheerleaders with Will Ferrell.
Ferrell and,
That one took off. Obviously, the
Angus.
Weekend Update.
I mean, one of my favorite ones is fucking Celebrity Jeopardy.
Yeah, Celebrity Jeopardy.
is always fucking classic.
Celebrity Jeopardy.
That one took off.
Trebek. It's funny because it's bigger than a normal hat.
Yeah, it's
It's Turd Ferguson.
Turd Ferguson.
Come on,
funny because
funny.
Sean
it's
Connery
bigger than a
was,
bigger
like,
hat.
was amazing in that. Rough,
Well,
just like the way
Sean
your mother
Connery.
likes it, Trebek.
That's not what your mother said last night, Trebek.
I shoved it up my bum.
I'll take anal bum covers for 200, Trebek. It's an album cover.
I'll take the rapist.
The rape that's
It's
it's
therapist.
therapist. I mean, that shit was.
I'll take Latich now.
Tom Hanks playing himself in that bit though was fucking classic. He somehow gets like the fucking pen stuck through his hand.
That and they fucking did Black Jeopardy, which is actually kind of
Black
funny.
Jeopardy with Tom Hanks, where he's wearing the "Make America Great Again" hat. He's like, "What is the skinny?" Question: What is a skinny girl useful for? Boo-doo-doo. And what not a goddamn thing. And they're like, he gets it.
Hey!
When he comes over to shake his hand and he goes, whoa.
And the final question is, whose lives matter? Well, it was nice knowing you, Tom.
And they all just stare at him. Now I got something to say about that. Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're
you
sure
do.
about it. Now, who is my friend Pablo down at the bottom? Yeah, he'll fix just about anything for about $50.
Hey!
Hey!
I mean,
There's great skits.
there
There's
are a
great
lot.
bits. There's great
There are a lot.
continued skits.
Yeah.
It's just
You know, like I mean, there's a bunch of stuff like
There's a lot of
Duh,
miss.
Bears. You know, like there's like it's obviously a bunch
cheeseburger,
Of,
cheeseburger, cheeseburger.
there's so many quotable
That's
things.
actually
from it.
based off a real restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that?
Yes, I'm aware. In fact, they did that, and that's where they got the idea for it.
I think it's actually a restaurant in New York, too.
No, it's a Chicago Bears restaurant.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
To Chicago. Stumbling road trip.
Duh, Bears.
Duh, Bears. We should. Stumbling down history road trip. I've been pushing it for fucking the last 3 days.
With what money?
You don't need money to get a GoPro. It's not expensive.
Then get me a GoPro.
I'll buy you one tomorrow if we actually do it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to apologize because before we went on air, I yelled at Jackson because he hit a nerve. He struck my funny bone, but it wasn't funny.
He doesn't have a funny bone.
He
just has a racist bone.
I need more cowbell.
I need
I
more.
need more
We didn't even talk
cowbell.
about we need more cowbell.
Well, I mean, that's just one of the numerous bits that were hilarious.
Yeah.
Granted, that is one of the ones that took off like nobody's business, but
Making copies.
When I get up, boop, I put on my pants one leg at a time, just like you. But then I make gold records.
yeah, there's so many individual bits, as we said, that are just so fantastic, and then some that are like, all right, I guess this is Pete Davidson, and people like him because he's
Banging fucking Kim Kardashian or whatever.
Kim Kardashian.
Oh, fucking goddamn.
Oh, I get it. He's depressed.
Oh. He
I
probably
do
has.
have to say, though.
Oh, he plays the I look like I'm on heroin. And
He probably was.
probably was. And his dad died in 9/11. And
All right, that
now-
one's not
what?
funny. Yeah, that one's not funny though.
But his dad, I mean, he literally fucking ranks on it all the time. Like
Yeah, but like,
He can make fun of it. We can't.
yeah.
I didn't laugh. I'm just saying his dad died in 9/11.
Anyway.
He probably has a massive cock. The other,
you ever
it's
see
the
the-
only reason. It's the only reason why all these fucking.
Pete Davidson got Ariana Grande's. He
Did you
got
see,
the Kim Kardashians. He's
got
got
all
the Kate Beckinsales.
I think probably one of the best ones though recently, like some of the best ones recently was like when The Rock did the the child molesting robot.
Yeah. Like we said,
I'm sorry. With him doing that, is first off, the bit in itself is fucked up, so it's funny. But second off, the fact that it's The Rock doing it and trying to sell it is just.
See, and that's like I
Question
think
for
that's
you. Do you think we would have Whitest Kids You Know without them?
No, I don't think
Probably
there's a
not,
lot of
no.
sketch comedy that I don't think. I mean, it definitely revolutionized sketch comedy. So I don't think there'd be almost any sketch comedy really without it.
Well, I mean, really, they took a lot of inspiration from Monty Python, which was huge in Britain.
Yeah.
BBC, Monty Python.
Hey.
But it wasn't just them that did sketch comedy. There was others.
there was
Yeah, there were
others.
others, but I'm saying as far as like,
They're probably the most notable. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we could mention, like, say, like, Mad TV from, like, the 90s, like, the...
Mad TV. Stewart.
It had some...
Oh, hot dog.
Yeah. It had
Fucking
some
Bobby
bits.
Lee. Oh my God.
Did he
Bobby
get on
Lee.
SNL? I think he actually ended up going to SNL for a little bit. Did he?
and I think one.
Bobby
that's
Lee,
what
if
I
you
like.
ever want to come onto our podcast and talk about your podcast on our podcast, that'd be neat.
Who's that guy? Which one's that guy?
Bobby Lee, he's Asian dude.
The Asian dude that's on Bad Friends with the redhead guy.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. He's not that funny. I don't
No,
think that.
but if he wants to come on ours,
I don't.
I
think
thought
that-
I
don't
thought it
think
was
Bad-
hilarious growing up.
Oh, he
I don't
did
think
do
Bad
SNL,
Friends
okay.
is funny at all. I tried to listen to it. I saw a couple clips.
They're nowhere near as good as Stumbling Down History Road.
Nah, they can't fucking hold a candle to us.
They don't even talk about history.
But I think one of the coolest parts about SNL, in my opinion, is their ability to take a lot of seemingly like people that you wouldn't really think would be
They'll
that
take
funny.
they'll
and
take
then-
everyday celebrities.
Yeah, like people that you wouldn't really think that would be that funny or that personable or that like charismatic, and they make them like go in and just like do such outside the box for what you normally see them, and like they rip on themselves, and it's just like there's nobody that like they don't take it seriously as far as like what they'll do to like make it a good sketch, and they'll like they're always pointing out their own like negativity, like negative traits, and like it's just amazing to see like The Rock doing something like the fucking molestation robot or the fucking even
We didn't talk about the Wayne brothers.
even Tom Hanks doing fucking
Black
Jeopardy, and like there's so many different things where you're like I would never imagine that guy doing something like this, or you see like they're that funny. And
There's I like the Pedro Pascal doing the old lady bit where he dumps out the fucking butter cookie container and just pushes a whole bunch of fucking sewing supplies into it. It's just dead fans staring at whoever the fuck it was on the screen. I'm just like, what the fuck? I have no idea what the context of the rest of that fucking sketch is, but just that little bit is goddamn hysterical.
There's a lot of different
Did you ever see the
ups and downs, as we said. It's got multiple eras. Everybody has a favorite. Again, your dad's favorite comedy show.
Did you ever see
If
the
he still
Weezer
watches
sketch?
it. The Weezer sketch?
The Weezer sketch.
Oh, jeez. What was the Weezer sketch?
It's I think it was Matt Damon was hosting. It's him and
Damon.
Matt.
Not
Damon. It's his favorite role ever. Matt Damon, but it's Matt Damon and
Matt.
oh, who's the
Damon.
black chick? Brigitte Nielsen. Is that what? Is
That
her?
sounds correct.
That's her name. The one who's in Ghostbusters.
It sounds correct.
No, Brigitte Nielsen's white.
Look, all I know is
Leslie Thomas, whatever. Anyway, it's I think Leslie Thomas. Anyway, but they get into an argument about when the best era of Weezer is.
I gotta see that.
It's- and it's like you don't
pork
have
and
to be-
beans.
You didn't ironically say Pork and Beans was like better than what's the song? I think it's like Pork and Beans is better than the
sweater song?
The
Yeah.
sweater.
If you want to destroy my sweater.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So yeah,
When
I
did
think
that
that was on
Porky-
the. I think that was on the Red album
But when
because there was like
Destroy
a
My
pink
Sweater?
out.
Destroy My Sweater is early stuff.
Sweater? Oh my god,
That's
I
a
don't know what
Pinkerton or
Sweater
something.
was.
That's
That's
Wait, when
Pinkerton?
did Weezer even start?
So-
no,
old
maybe
is
that's
Weezer?
the Green album. Or the
One second,
Blue
I gotta
album.
figure that
It's
out.
one of their first few albums, but yeah, that song I remember rocking out to that song and fucking.
92.
If
okay.
you want
Yeah,
to
so that's when
destroy
Weezer
my
started, right?
sweater.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
did Red Hot Chili Peppers start?
They started
82?
80, yeah, 80 something. Yeah. They've been around for a long time.
Jesus fucking
been-
Christ. And they're still going.
They've been all around the world. What's the
But,
fuck?
but.
That last song, the last single they came
When
out
you
with,
wait
I
in the
hated.
great state of California. Something along
Holy
those lines, right?
shit.
So yeah. So what fucking album is the Pork and Beans on? Pinkerton.
Reddish, I
Red-
think. 2008. It came out in 2008, 2009. Red album. The one right after that, Ratitude, somewhere around there.
And that what's that one? It's like I eat my candy with the
Pork and beans. Yeah.
Excuse me. All right, I know that stupid song.
That's
Yeah.
2008, I want to say.
2000. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
mean,
I'm saying, like Hash Pipe and
it's okay. Weezer is not anything other than a guest on SNL.
no Weezer back in the fucking early.
They
90s.
used to be kind of cool.
No. They were fucking like. All right, they weren't mainstream cool music. They were like the fucking like Outcast, fucking like nerdy.
That
cool
was in
music.
94 in their self debut
That's the Green album.
Green album. Yeah, that's
Blue album.
blue. All right, yeah, because it's blue and then another one in the green. Yeah,
Yeah, Weezer, commonly known as Blue album.
No, it
is
was
their
blue, then green, then red, and then teal.
yeah, but then there was Pinkerton. Then
And they also had a white and a fucking.
but that's color wise. But in between colors, they had names.
I don't understand Weezer. It's okay.
It goes
It's fine.
name, color, and then
It's fine. It's fine.
so on and so forth.
Nobody cares.
And so on and so.
Because they also had their own
Weezer,
white and their
Pinkerton.
own black album.
There was a second. Okay, so if it's okay, I'm guessing if it's called Weezer the album, it goes by color because the
Yes.
second one is Green album,
Yep.
which is Weezer. Then it's Weezer Red album.
Yep.
Then it's 2016 Weezer White album,
I think it's like Weezer's.
And then
Red
they also have
album.
a Weezer black album.
Weezer Teal album, and Weezer Black album.
Yeah. Because
And
I think
now
it's like
Van Weezer.
it's like Weezer presents the Black Album or Weezer's Black Album.
But there's
kinda
also
similar,
Pinkerton,
like, sort of.
Maladroit, which
Ratitude, a couple other things.
Yeah,
Pinkerton
Ratitude,
is their,
Hurley.
Pinkerton is their best album. That album is a.
I think
fucking-
Ratitude is
filled
where.
with
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
what,
matter.
What matters is the fact that
Okay.
Rage Against the Machine decided that they hate fucking billionaires on live TV.
I mean,
Although I do have to say, if you're wondering, I Want You To is my favorite Weezer song.
which
You
one's
know,
that one?
Go if you're wondering.
I don't
if
think we
I
were,
want
but-
you to. I don't know.
I don't know that one.
That's
I
on
don't think I know.
Ratitude. If you heard it, you'd recognize it.
Probably.
Probably.
I don't know.
Anyway, sorry. Side note.
It's okay.
Lore.
Lore.
I've always wanted to
establishing
see
some
Weezer
lore.
live though. That's one of the bands that I would have liked to see live.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still going. So
They're
you
still
probably
going, but they
can.
don't play that often. Very, very sporadically.
Speaking of,
You can
want
probably
to
find
see?
them at festivals.
You want to see Primus with us?
Oh, on your birthday.
Is that
May the Schwartz be with you.
Where is it?
Queens.
Maybe.
They're playing. It's Primus, some other person, and
Is
then
that
a
why you're
perfect
asking
circle.
what I was doing for my
Pucifer.
birthday?
Yeah.
Who else is it? It's Primus.
Pucifer. A perfect circle.
I don't know
And
why
raining.
I just looked over and it looked like there was somebody sitting against that fucking light pole over there,
It's fucking downpouring here.
right? Doesn't
Who
it
the
like
fuck
all
would
that
sit
far
there?
one? Doesn't it look like somebody's like leaning up against it?
Kinda, but that's just shadows.
That's just shadow boxing.
Anyway, but
Any old
John
dude.
Belushi, Chris Farley, Joe Piscopo.
Oh, I was reading the
Joe
list.
Episcopal.
Joe
I was-
Piscopo, who we didn't talk about in the slightest. Funny or Die came from fucking SNL. Lonely Island is
Wait,
attached
wait,
to SNL.
Funny or Die came from SNL?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember because the
Adam McCoy and Will Ferrell.
yeah.
They started it with the fucking landlord bit.
Didn't that
Oh yeah, with his
I think
2-year-old daughter, whatever that was at the time. Oh
Chris-
shit.
Crystal?
when did that come out? The
Pearl.
Funny or Die?
I think they
Pearl?
call Pearl was the name
Well, I
of the
think they
landlord
call
in
her
the sketch.
Pearl, but I don't think her name is Pearl.
I don't know. Fuck if I know. Does it really matter what his daughter's name
You were
is?
trying to say something?
His mama named him Cassius. I'm gonna call him Cassius
Okay. That has nothing to do with what we were saying.
because
Where's
you
that
said I
from?
think they call her Pearl,
Yeah. in
but that's not
the
her name.
bit.
And I think they call her Pearl. So I said his mama call him Cassius, name him Cassius. I could because it has a you saying that they call her Pearl, but that's not her name.
It might be. I don't know. Why would I know Will Ferrell's daughter's name? She's probably like 20 years old.
I don't know. Like, you ever see?
How do you spell Will Ferrell anyway?
Will is Will
Yeah.
Ferrel.
Oh, okay. What was I putting?
Ferrell.
Where the fuck was I putting a P?
Why were you put what? That is. Oh my god! It's not Pharrell Williams. Funny or Die came out in 2000, and again, it was Adam McKay, and Will Ferrell who were like, "This is our shit" from SNL. Although he was still working at SNL.
Apparently, he only has 3 sons. I'm not seeing anything about a daughter here.
Maybe it was Adam's kid.
Was
I think it was one of their kids though. I mean,
Just look
it
up the
had to
first
be a
skit.
daughter no older than like 4 years old, 5
I
years
know.
old.
Just look up the first skit. It'll come up. Oh, Between Two Ferns. That's a great fucking. That's a good one.
Did that come from SNL?
No,
Oh my god, that's 2007? The Landlord is 2007? Pearl McKay? That's Adam McKay's daughter?
Yep. Lily,
my God.
Rose and Pearl. Okay.
Oh my god, 2007?
So she was 2 then.
Pickled.
She would be like 18-ish now? Or am I fucking that math up?
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god.
Wait, was that a yes to the math thing? Or
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. Let's see, 2007, and that would be.
Well, I don't actually know that. Because I don't actually know if she was only 2 at the time. She may have been 2 at the time.
She couldn't be. She couldn't have been older than 2 on that bit.
She might have been 3. 4? That
Maybe.
technically matters.
I mean, she was barely like talking, so it had to be barely 2 or 3.
Do you guys ever see Between Two Ferns?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen some Between Two.
That's
Ferns.
probably like the only relevant thing from Funny or Die.
I liked. Was it Funny or Die or was it College Humor that did the?
March 4th, 2005 is when Pearl McKay was born. So congratulations on your late birthday. This will air at some point after your birthday. You'll be 19.
Huey Lewis. There it is.
You'll be
Huey
19.
Lewis in the news.
Yeah, you ever see the Huey Lewis doing the American Psycho skit? With,
Yeah.
With Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good skit. Do you like American Psycho?
I think it really came into itself in the 2000s.
But it really found its stride with the director's cut on DVD.
Fucking Funny or Die. There's a lot of good things to come from SNL. And there's a fuck ton of bad.
Again, it's Pat. Coneheads. Blues Brothers.
Do we have to
2000.
talk about It's Pat?
I mean, I brought it up. I did.
It's Pat is a very what would now be considered controversial skit where they had a very gender ambiguous person playing
Is it a boy? Is it a girl? It's Pat.
gender ambiguous character by the name of Pat, which happens to be gender neutral, as it's either short for Patrick or Patricia. And well,
And well,
They
it's-
made a book for it too.
yeah.
Because I remember seeing the
It's-
book in one of our neighbors.
It's definitely one of those
Library
things
at
that
some
you would
point.
not get away with today.
It's a skit.
It's a skit.
It was a skit.
It was
I mean,
funny.
it depends on the
It
people
was.
involved.
I don't even know if it was funny, man.
I mean,
Personally, I don't even know if it was funny.
There's a lot of questionable stuff that was.
just because something, in my opinion, might be questionable or whatever, I don't know. It's fucking. I thought it was funny. I don't know. I thought it was funny.
You really
It's-
found those sketches funny?
like-
The movie funny?
They had a movie for that?
Yeah. They made
not
a,
every like the
they
premise
made
of
a
it.
movie for It's Pat. Yes.
The premise of it. Some of the skits, yes, it was funny.
I'll give you
Is
some of
it-
the skits. The premise is like maybe funny depending on the skit.
I mean, is it?
It's
more,
just
is-
a general.
Could it,
It's just
could it be more relative than what's going on right now with people literally dressing and fucking turning themselves into whatever they want on a whim? So it's kind of just like whatever. It is what it is. It's just
Night at the Roxbury was mid.
Night of the Roxbury was.
it
average.
gave us
It was okay.
it gave us the "What is love" meme.
The
Bam,
one.
bam, 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 bam.
I was the
bam.
one calling the Mighty Ducker's name. Emilio!
Amelia.
Emilio!
Did you touch my ass?
It's okay if you did.
Did you touch my ass? Like, there's a couple funny bits from that, but like.
It's like Hottie
And again,
Overload in here.
there's the meme, but like,
Yeah. Superstar, man.
Yeah, it was called Superstar, right?
Yes.
that's what I thought it was.
Ladies
I thought it had a
man.
different name.
No, I said "Never Stop, Never Stopping," which is a different.
Which
thing.
one? Blank Man, you said?
Ladies man.
Oh, Ladies Man. All right.
Where is "Never Stop, Never Stopping" from? Is that Superstar "Never Stop, Never Stopping"?
No, that's not that's the Lonely Island movie.
Oh,
But
which is associated with SNL.
But for whatever reason, if you look up SNL's films, it's not on SNL's film list.
Probably because it was produced by Lonely Island, independent of SNL, which Lonely Island got its start on SNL, but they eventually were able to get themselves out, kind of like Funny or Die, I think. It's weird. Legal litigations are weird.
1 second.
Waiting. Waiting.
You fucking motherfucker.
Well, you said 1 second.
Okay, so the troupe has 2 feature-length films.
The
Hot Rod,
Oh my god, yeah, Hot Rod.
Oh, shit. Hot Rod, yeah.
which is My Name is Rod, and I Like to Party.
Bob Roberts?
And then Pop Star, Never Stop Stopping.
Never stop. Stop stopping.
But I guess because they're their own technical comedy troupe that was just in association with them, because they actually have their own. They started off on their own, apparently not associated with. In 1990.
1990?
Yeah, dude, they formed in 1990 when Andy Samberg was in college.
Oh my god. Andy Samberg! Sandy Amber! Lady Amber! Salamander! Whitest Kids You Know did a fantastic parody of SNL.
Yeah, and then they got
Adam Sandler! It was just.
okay. Then they started with in 2000. Then in 2005 they got on with SNL, where they started doing their part of their.
So they started first as the troupe,
Yeah, just as a
and
comedy
then
troupe.
15 years later.
Yeah, that's when they hit it. That's when they got
God.
big by getting with becoming part of SNL.
Which is
And
what
even
you were
then it
saying.
took them
A lot of
releasing.
people didn't make their fucking mark until
And
they
even
were
then, it
on-
really took them releasing Lazy Sunday for them to get big.
Lazy Sunday? What's Lazy Sunday?
Where it's them singing about going to go watch the Chronicles of Narnia in the movie theater.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I kind of remember that.
But
Jimmy Fallon got his start on fucking SNL.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Was he a
Fucking Jimmy
writer
Fallon.
or is he
He was,
Yes, he was a writer and a
and
and
a
a
cast.
person.
Yeah.
cast member? Okay.
Yeah, we talked loosely about lost episode. Norm Macdonald.
Lost episodes?
I'm sorry. Norm
Two?
Macdonald.
Which one?
yeah.
Norm Macdonald.
Norm Macdonald.
Norm
did
Macdonald.
Norm
How he
McDonald's?
fucking was Burt Reynolds.
Oh.
How he was able to basically kind of like change deadpan humor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, that it was Leslie Nielsen who started really getting the deadpan humor going.
Do you guys like Mitch Hedberg?
No.
Which one's he?
He was like.
I don't want to say no, but
he was like a very like heroin delivered fucking comedian.
I'd have to see him to remember him.
He was like long-haired guy, very slow talking. He wore those like fucking like prototypical heroin user fucking glasses that were like tinted. And like he
I don't want to
kind
say
of had,
yes
like,
or
a Kurt
no.
Cobain-esque
If I
feel
saw
to him.
I don't want to say yes or no. I think that he has good bits.
He has some funny bits, but like deadpan is like his thing for sure.
I don't even know if I'd consider him deadpan.
'Cause it's very straight, and it's very like monotone, and it's very along the similar lines of like how Norm Macdonald delivers his stuff. It's like there's no like arc. in the
Norm has a
voice.
little bit of inflection at the very least.
very little, but
I
not-
would say that Mitch is like even more deadpan.
he's like.
and that's
you ever
just-
go bowling? I went bowling once,
And then I got raped.
and then the
And it's just like, what?
Like it's, I mean,
He's-
like, he has some funny stuff. He has a couple funny bits, and he has a couple things where it's like that didn't age well. Maybe back then it was funny, but I don't know. I mean, but he
Was he SNL?
Who?
Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg. Was he
I don't,
SNL?
I don't think so. No,
We talked a little bit about
he
Jason
wasn't around that-
Sudeikis,
He wasn't
Chris
around that long. I don't think.
Chris Catton, Chris Catton, Catan,
Chris Kattan.
Chris Catan,
Chris Kattan.
Chris Catan. Mitch is Mitch.
Mitch Hedberg?
Mitch was Mitch. Mitch passed away.
Yeah, 2005,
Yeah.
37.
He
Nope, he did not seem to have any SNL.
no, but he might have been like a host or something at one point. It's
Wait, is that
what's up?
This is his wife? Is this the chick who played
Nope. He was on
Is
Crank
that the chick who
Yankers.
plays Wayne's Garth's girlfriend in Wayne's World? This chick?
That I would not know.
She looks like it.
That I would not know.
Lynn Schwartzkopf?
You know who I'm shocked never was on SNL? Jack Black.
Really?
Well, not as like a cast or writer. He might have. He was definitely on as like Tenacious D, and him as Jack Black doing different individual things. But he was never a cast. He was never like a writer. That definitely seems up his alley to me. Is there somebody you would like to see as part of SNL?
Oh.
No. At this point, not really, because it's like, I don't even.
It's almost dead.
Trying to see. If
At this
Jack
point,
Black-
not
did
really?
Jack Black do
Yeah,
a
no.
hosting gig for SNL at one point?
Everybody does a hosting gig at one point. For fuck's sake, Donald Trump was a host.
Did he do
Yeah,
one?
he did.
When did he do one?
This
He
was
hosted.
pre-presidency.
Presidency.
I
Because
figured
I always,
as much. I'm
when he
trying to
was
figure out
first
what-
elected, I always like just pictured him standing, doing his State of the fucking Union address and shit, and he'd hit midway through, and he'd just stop and be like, "And live from New York, it's Saturday night," and like just a fucking New York Saturday
Dude,
night.
I have
skit
I have a
would fucking pop up from
1990
behind him.
I have a 1990 Playboy with him, with an interview with him, and it's just a white cover with him holding
Grabbing
a
the
model by
pussies?
a waist.
Grabbing her by the pussy.
Pretty much. His hand looks like it's pretty close in the cover. Which, when I make our Pornhub account, I will do an in-depth episode on.
Get to 500 subscribers, people.
You
Get
want to
there.
see that Trump interview before the election starts? Let's go. I'm curious as to what he has to say in 1990.
Fucking
That's
Saturday
even
night,
pre.
man.
That's actually I think even pre Home Alone, right? Because Home Alone 2.
Home Alone 2. I don't actually know that one. I want to say it's in the mid 90s as opposed to
1992.
really
Yes. Wait, so when was the first one?
1991. Maybe?
1990. Yeah. So 1990
Checks
to
chart.
1992. And then they had a third movie, and apparently there's like 3 more after it too.
Checks chart.
Wait. There's 6 films?
There's 6 Home Alone films.
Yes. With the guy Devin Rattray replaying his role as Buzz. In the 6th one, Home Sweet Home Alone.
You know what was good? Dana Carvey.
Dana Carvey, yeah.
Dana Carvey was good up until Master of Disguise. Rest in
Did
peace.
you know that he Did you ever hear the story that apparently they were filming the turtle sequence when 9/11 happened?
Actually, yes, I have heard that.
But okay, so apparently that's the story. But what had actually happened was they it had happened like the day before, and like it was just like they had stopped and did a moment of silence like the next day when they were starting up filming again. but it was like they were doing the turtle scene. So you have Dana Carvey in full fucking turtle makeup standing there doing a moment of silence for 9/11, and you're like, what? But no, it didn't actually happen during 9/11. It happened the day after, and everybody took a moment of silence for it. But yeah, just weird thing about Dana Carvey in like a whole turtle outfit and shit.
We didn't talk about some of this fucking super special superstars. Billy Crystal, Joan Cusack, fucking
Jane, you ignorant
Robert Downey
slut.
Jr. for a little bit. Robert Downey Jr. had a season. Like, for fuck's sake, man. They were getting anybody and everybody. Jimmy Fallon, Will Ferrell, Tina Fey. Tina Fey actually had some... Her and Amy Poehler had some decent shit. I'll give them that.
Yeah, her and Amy Poehler were pretty good together. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but they were all right.
I'm not the biggest fan of Bill Hader. He stopped in 2013. I'm just going down the list here.
That's fine. We can riff on some of these people. It's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Victoria Jackson? Who the fuck is that? Fuck
I don't
you.
know.
Leslie Jones? That's the one that you were thinking of.
Yes, Leslie Jones. Okay.
Chris Kattan. He came out, he was fucking 96 to 03? Holy shit. I thought it was a longer stint.
There's no fucking
Julia Louise-Dreyfus to 85,
wait,
1982 to 85.
one second. Keenan Thompson's in it?
Yeah, that's what we were talking at the beginning of this.
Yeah, Keenan Thompson's in Home Alone 6.
In Home Alone 6?
Yeah, Home Alone 6, which I
They
just...
even made Home Alone 6? I
Yes.
didn't even fucking know that.
And they have Buzz McAllister come back in it, but not fucking Kevin.
Yeah.
Seth Meyers,
They
2001
left
to
Kevin home alone too
2014.
long, and then he turned into a heroin addict, and he fucking started doing a bunch of drugs and shit.
You ever see he became Jigsaw? Yeah, Kevin McAllister became Jigsaw in the Saw franchise.
I have seen that meme.
Or the other one was like...
It's an old meme, but it checks out.
It was like, who would win, like Kevin McAllister with Prep Time or somebody else?
Anthony Michael Hall.
Which one's he again?
He is 16 Candles?
Oh, yeah.
He's that like nerdy's
okay.
80s. He's that nerdy 80s guy that's always plays the Virgin or whatever. Let's see who else. Punky Johnson. I don't know who the fuck
is
you
Punky
are.
Johnson?
Colin Jost. He's all right. He's one of the weekend updates.
Is he the guy?
John
is he the white guy?
Lovitz did 5 years. He did 5 years. John Lovitz from 85 to fucking 90.
He was I kind of like the show The Critic or whatever that was. The animated
Bob
show.
Odenkirk. We didn't talk about Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah.
Which one's Bob Odenkirk?
He's in
Better Call Saul?
Better Call Saul.
Oh, never seen it.
So they've also
Tracy Morgan. Oh,
They've also had a lot of athletes to host the.
Is he back again, or is he still fucked up?
Tracy.
Did you ever see The Last OG? That's a good show. He's the main. That's his show.
Well,
That's a good one.
yeah, but I remember he had like a really
He
bad.
got into a bad car accident. Yeah,
yeah, and he
with
was
a Walmart
fucked
truck.
up with it for a while.
Yeah, he got fucked up.
I don't know if he came back or not because he was.
He came back. Yeah. He came back and he made The Last OG.
Okay.
And he came back and I think he appeared on what the hell is that? 30 Rock or the last what the TV show?
Well, 30 Rock was definitely a show, but I think that was before the Walmart incident.
No, but I'm saying it stopped before the Walmart incident, but I think they came back and they did and then he appeared on it because 30 Rock came back for a little while.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. And then he did like a. But anyway,
Wasn't 30 Rock the whole thing about like the one guy was immortal or something like that, or am I misremembering it?
I'm not sure. No, 30 Rock was like
It was an advertising agency, kind
yeah.
of.
And wasn't
It was like a spoofy Madman.
yeah, what and what the fuck?
Alec Baldwin?
Alec Baldwin was the main guy. But,
Who, Alec Baldwin was in SNL for a little bit.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Here you go, Jackson. Jack Black in 2006 was King Herod in a theater version of Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah, I can see that. Rob Schneider.
That's one of Jackson's
Rob
favorite.
Schneider.
Sweet Robbie Schneider is
Is that
here.
your second favorite film of all time?
Martin Short. Sarah Silverman. David Spade, Ben Stiller. Ben fucking Stiller.
Ben Stiller.
Did he get a start there, or was he a cast member?
It was just cast.
So
He was able to get in through, I don't want to say nepotism, but nepotism.
No.
Because his dad was a big actor.
Is his dad still alive?
I think so.
So, because I'm a big sports guy. and
But
you
Ben
guys
Stiller
are,
was just 1989.
so I'm gonna go over some of the
Notable guests
Some
like
of-
O.J. Simpson.
some of the athletes that appeared.
Nope, he passed away in 2020.
Who's that?
Jerry Stiller.
Jerry Stiller. Yeah.
Yeah, George Costanza's father.
So
You mean Ben Stiller's dad?
O.J. Simpson,
Yeah, George Costanza's father.
Bill Russell,
Hate
the
you.
basketball player, John Madden. A lot of people know John Madden. Who else
This
do
is
people know? Hulk Hogan
Damon
and Mr.
Wayans?
Hulk Hogan and Mr. T.
Damon Wayans?
Howard Cosell.
Are these sports
Jump-
people who've been guests?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Damon Wayans?
Joe Montana and Walter Payton. Wayne Gretzky, who's probably the best athlete to do it.
Debatable.
George Steinbrenner. Michael Jordan. another
Probably
one
the
of
best
ath-
in... Wayne Gretzky's probably the best in his individual sport.
Wayne Gretzky owns the most individual records. Wayne Gretzky holds the records for holding records. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah,
In
that's what I'm
all of
saying, like-
sports. No, in all of sports.
He
In
was,
every sport. He holds the record for 50 different categories. 50 different categories. He is number one.
Like?
In goals, assists, points.
Yeah, but that's all hockey.
No, that's all hockey related stuff. But nobody has their name number one in 50 different categories in any other sport.
Correct, but what I'm
Any
saying...
other sport. No. There's no way to debate it. Whether he only holds them in hockey because he plays hockey, yes, that's fine. But take the best basketball player in the sport, Michael Jordan or LeBron James. They do not own the record for 50 different titles. That's all I'm saying. There's no debating it. I'm sorry. There's no debating it. You can't tell me that any other different. There's
Suck
no.
my Mr. Cocky.
Yeah, I'll suck your Mr. Cocky all day.
Get sucked by Mr. Cocky.
Speaking of which, this new Shorzy season, which I don't know if you guys have watched, is fucking mid. It's so fucking disappointing.
All I'm trying to say is Michael Phelps has 15 fucking gold medals.
He has 15 gold medals. That's great, but Wayne Gretzky
He
has
smoked pot,
50.
though. He
5
smoked
0.
pot.
They
5
only
0.
they only
5
do it every 4 fucking years.
It doesn't matter. He still has 15.
They only do it every 4 fucking years. How often do you want him to compete?
I mean, I'm
He
pretty
does-
sure does other stuff between that.
Bo Jackson between fucking
It still does-
baseball
he
and
still doesn't-
NFL?
Bo Jackson doesn't has probably 1 or 2 across both of them.
But what I'm saying is the best athlete, period. Not the most dominant in their sport. The most dominant in their sport, yeah, I'd probably say
If
Wayne
you're going to
Gretzky.
talk about most athletic, I didn't say the best, most athletic athlete. I didn't
That's
say
what we
the
were talking about.
No, I didn't say that. I
That's
said
what we
the
were talking about.
No, you're switching up the entire fucking context of the entire.
I would
fucking
never
argument.
do that to you.
Of course you would, because you have to be right. You have to get your point across.
I would
without
never do
even
that to you.
having any fucking inclination of what's going on.
I would never do that to you.
Yeah, whatever.
Muhammad
Anyway,
Ali?
Jackson, 50. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. 50. That's it. Nobody will touch that.
Tyson?
Roger Federer has 103 APT single titles, which is the second most after Jimmy Connors.
Jimmy Connors? Messi?
Yeah, but those titles are not professional titles. Those are just like amateur stuff and like actual like championships for like Grand Slams and stuff.
I don't know
That's
about
what
you, but
counts.
this guy looks like he'd be the greatest athlete of all time. Look at that jawline.
Yeah.
What is his name?
I watched
Jim
this
Thorpe?
I was watching this podcast.
What's his name? Jim Thorpe.
Yeah, look at that jawline.
I was
Tell me
watching.
that's not the greatest athlete
I was
ever
listening to this
jawline.
fucking-
Show the camera.
I
Look
was
at
listening
that.
to this fucking
Look at that jawline.
some podcast. Some fucking OnlyFans chick was saying how she fucking got her perfect jawline by sucking dick for like like
For pennies?
for like every day from the moment she woke up till like the fucking time she went to sleep, she just fucking kept sucking dick, and then she got this perfect jaw.
Yeah, I would never say Jordan.
Anyway,
the most dominant in their
let's talk
sport.
about SNL. I'm not gonna.
He's just upset.
I'm not gonna talk sports with unfortunately two people that don't fucking even know fucking basketball from football.
You know,
I can tell you that
Wilt
I know the difference.
Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain is the greatest athlete of all time.
No. It's no. There's definitely most dominance in individual sports.
It's also, you want to say athlete as far as like, then you would probably say Bo Jackson
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
or
Bo
Deion
Jackson.
Sanders because they played
Jim
both-
Brown?
They played both sports professionally at an extremely high level.
Yeah.
like
As
no
opposed to
other
Jordan, who
athlete
just-
ever did.
As opposed to Jordan, who just did NBA professionally, and then
Attempted to play baseball.
I'm gonna hang out with baseball.
Deion Sanders.
Yeah, Deion Sanders.
Was cool, yeah.
baseball, track, and dominant in all three.
Tiger was incredibly dominant,
And then he
For
had
a while.
sex addiction.
but again, not
But he's not
Gretzky
even-
level.
But Tiger Woods doesn't even own own the record for Grand Slams in his sport anyway, so it doesn't
That's
matter.
what I'm saying. Like not Gretzky level. Phelps, unfortunately, his
He
status is
smoked pot.
well. I
made
mean,
him better.
his real status is the
made
fact
him
that
way
it's
better.
Olympic gold medals,
There's-
and that's what he's compared at.
There's
He
a
holds
picture-
numerous world records.
There's a picture of Tim Lincecum. The guy won back-to-back years. He was
My
the
favorite
best.
is America has the most gold medals in shooting. Good job there, Blanco.
I caught it. It didn't fall.
You ever see that? Usually
up?
America gets the most gold medals at the shooting competitions. in
Yes,
the
and I think
Olympics.
they're all cops.
Boy, I wonder why.
I think they're all.
You ever seen Olympic guns?
Oh my God, yeah.
They're all fucking 22s, and they're all like complete crazy kitted out, and then all the guys will wear an eye patch. They have to because they're like shooting. Like,
No, it's crazy watching those fucking.
I want to go in there with like a fucking 22 Heritage revolver, and then just absolutely dominate for no fucking reason. Yeehaw! Bang, 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 bang.
But
Sorry.
it is also a little different when it's like gold medal, Olympic gold medals, Michael Phelps, versus a team sport, and you get to play every single year.
So
It's a little different. But
Yeah.
SNL.
No, but back to real quick because you keep saying it doesn't matter that because what Michael Phelps did because he smoked pot. So there's a baseball player, Tim Lincecum, won back-to-back years. He was the best pitcher in baseball. And then
Pitched
he
a
was
no-hitter
caught-
completely fucked up on acid. I know.
No, that's Dave Parker. He pitched for the Pirates. He threw a no.
I would say Nolan Ryan is also up there.
I'm sorry, but if you pitch a no-hitter on acid, you're one of the greatest athletes of all time.
Yeah, that's it.
Think about
Period.
that.
I'm
Think
sorry,
about that.
Not Dave Parker. Doc Ellis. Dave Parker was on the team with him. Doc Ellis is the guy you're talking about. He was a Pittsburgh Pirate. He did it for the Pirates. There's actually a good documentary that they talk about that whole thing. Big Pirates fan.
And this isn't
Go
even
Bucks.
coming close to talking about like racing stuff.
Anyway,
I want to see. You know what? I
so-
want to see.
so
Okay, here's
Tim
what we got to
Lincecum-
do. Ready?
this guy
So
smokes pot, and then all of a sudden none of that stuff matters anymore because back then smoking pot was not what it is now.
Super highly
So-
illegal.
even
That
then,
goes
the
from-
pot they had back then wasn't what it is now.
Debatable.
Come on.
I mean, the pot that they have now is
It's
more-
concentrated.
it's
It's
more
more potent.
It's definitely, but the strains from back then, if you were getting the good stuff, the
think
fucking
I got
sour
some.
D's, if you were getting the fucking, you know, some of that
That's a
stuff,
tomorrow problem.
some purple haze action, some blueberry Kush.
Randy Marsh didn't have a strain.
Randy
That's
Marsh
true.
did not have a strain.
No, he has a. There's a strain called OG Randy Marsh.
No. So
Anyway,
Not sponsored.
just to backtrack a little bit.
I had
the
a
fuck
thought,
is
but I
go-
fucking
Why
lost
is Mike Tyson fighting Logan Paul?
Dude, he's 58 and he's a cane now, and will
He's
probably.
57, and Logan Paul is only 27.
Okay, what's going to
28?
fucking? Okay, here's what's going to happen. Ready?
He's double
Okay,
his fucking age.
Here's what's going to happen. This whole fight is probably supposed to go on for about as long as possible to try and make as much money as possible. So Tyson's basically just going to let Paul just kind of jab at him and work him for a while. But what's going to happen is Logan's going to throw a punch that's going to trigger Tyson, and Tyson's going to take one shot at him, bop him right in the jaw, drop his ass,
And-
and he's either going to have to sit there and hold his ass up so he doesn't get the count out, or they're just going to let him drop and be unconscious and count him out. But Tyson, because here's the thing, Tyson's can take one knock to that jaw and put him right down.
Yes.
You know it for a fact.
Oh, yeah.
Tyson is still deadly.
Tyson is like if you see some
Not,
of his
Tyson?
not knockout. Deadly.
yeah, like if you see some of his workouts still, like the guy's a fucking beast. There's no like I don't the whole
Dude,
idea
him,
that fucking Jake Paul
fucking
even thinks
Lundgren,
that there's a chance that he could
Mr.
fucking
T.
Unfortunately, it's just a matter of, let me pick on this 58-year-old
dumb.
and think,
whole
57, and think that I have a chance.
The whole thing is so fucking
Dude, Dolph
stupid.
Lundgren was deadly. He put fucking Stallone in the ER with one punch.
Yeah. Broke his fucking ribs.
Mr. T had an unbroken street fight record.
Well, so did fucking Kimbo Slice.
Yeah, okay, here's the thing. Those two guys are street brawlers, which is completely different from professional fighting. When you go into
Yeah.
and that's why those two guys always failed at professional fighting, because it's
Yeah.
goes on rules. But yeah, no, Mr. Shi got all of his fucking jewelry because he'd taken off the people whose ass he'd whoop at the bar as a bouncer and shit.
Yeah.
And then he was Tyson. No joke, he was Muhammad Ali's fucking bodyguard too for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. T was not just a fucking badass dude on the A team. He was a fucking
He was a
badass
legit dude.
He was a
He was a
badass
legit dude.
Yeah, like,
nah,
hit-
he
like-
was a legit like
How do we get here? SNL, Wayne Gretzky. That's how. You fucking going on your tirade.
Whatever,
No,
we stumble. It's history, stumbling down, man.
we history down stumbled.
But yeah, no, fucking those three motherfuckers. Like I think I asked who would win in their prime.
Who?
Mike
Lundgren, Tyson, or
Mr. T.
Yeah,
And
I
what
think Tyson
and
still.
in what discipline though?
just a straight up street fight.
A straight up street fight?
Street fight?
Oh my god.
Like,
I think Lundgren.
Just a.
He has the reach. I think it's Lundgren. He has the reach.
I don't know, but he
But
might
if
not
all
be as
three-
fast.
If all three fight at
Tyson-
once,
Tyson what like
if all
like a
three fight at
1v1,
once,
1v1,
or
1v1?
I don't know.
because it could because then how do you like I don't know you'd have to do like I don't know it'd be weird.
Muhammad's just chilling in the back.
Yeah. No. Who would be like? Okay, fine. I'm throwing a
mean
fourth
Cassius
guy to
Clay?
kind of even it.
His mama named him Cassius. I'm gonna call him Cassius.
Sure.
This is how we got back here. It's from fucking the movie. You never
Okay,
seen the
wait.
movie,
Who's like a
fucking-
fourth like massive brawler type from then who would probably work for that?
Kimbo?
Maybe I'm trying to think of who would be a good fourth to throw in there to even it out a little bit and try and make it a.
Big E, Evander Holyfield? That guy was a fucking monster.
Oh yeah. Holyfield
yeah,
was
throw-
fucking good.
Real deal Holyfield.
Oh wait. I know.
I mean, let's face it. Back then,
Andre
box-
the Giant.
nah, that wouldn't work.
No, that would not work.
That wouldn't work.
He's too busy focusing on how to face multiple people at once.
I'm with the Brute Squad. You are the Brute Squad.
I have not fought one person in a long time. It's different.
Yeah, like who's like another like monster, kind of monster fighter from back in the day like that? Sorry.
Well, I mean, there's different forms of fighting. I mean, sumo's technically fighting.
oh man, throw a fucking Yokozuna on that shit.
Yo,
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're technically fighters, depending on how you want to do
No,
it.
that's a
George St. Pierre.
so
old
since we're
school
talking,
sumo's legitimate martial art.
George
Yeah.
St. Pierre.
so since we're talking sumo,
GSP.
since we brought a little hockey, and we brought a little sports, and now you guys are talking sumo wrestling, I'm going to bring it back to a little sports history for you. So, the New York Islanders were based in New York. New York Islanders were
I wouldn't have
bought.
guessed.
I couldn't have guessed that.
So the New York Islanders were bought by an Asian man named Charles Wang. When he took over the team, he knew nothing about hockey. His bright idea,
Suck my Mr. Cocky.
true story, he wanted to put a sumo wrestler in net. His idea was, we'll get the biggest guy that we can find, a sumo wrestler. We'll put pads on him, and we'll put him in net. True story. True fucking story. True. 100% true.
It's either probably the smartest idea ever, or the
Right?
stupidest fucking idea ever. It's
So
one or the
obviously-
other.
Obviously, they turned it down. They're like, "This is not going to fucking happen. We get it. You're a billionaire. We get it, but no."
Yes, do it.
But that was his idea. He wanted to fucking suit up a sumo wrestler.
Yes.
and put him in
Please.
net. And let the guy take up the entire fucking net.
Yes.
And let the other team figure out a way to score. He's like, yeah, fuck it. Throw a sumo wrestler back there. He'll do it. True story. 100% true story.
I fucking wish they did that. Would have been brilliant.
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 All right, so now
Remember
Dude,
those
only
commercials?
Dude only needs to move 6 inches and it covers the rest of the net.
Yep.
Dude, remember those brilliant commercials?
Brilliant!
Them and the radio commercials. Real man of
Oh, yeah.
genius.
Real man of genius.
You know, I feel like we
Mr.
were.
All-you-can-eat buffet inventor.
You know, I feel like we were talking about SNL at some point.
We're stumbling. We're having fun.
We're having fun down History Road.
Yeah. Come on, man. So where's where we go with these things?
Do we have anything to finish this off with?
Yeah, we did talk about the musical guests, Bob.
I mean,
We
pretty much
did,
any-
but they were cut off because we only had.
Stuff happened.
Yeah, we were.
Stuff happened.
I mean, there's like the Sinead O'Connor.
Sinead O'Connor things. So
We talked about that. We
Well,
talked about
yeah,
Ashley
how-
Simpson.
Yeah, but those were.
We talked
like-
about Rage Against the Machine.
Let's
Matt
see.
is Yahoo. That's how
Matt
we
is
found out about Matt
Yahoo.
is Yahoo.
No, we found about Matt as Yahoo from the same way I found out about MIA initially before she got big with Paper Airplanes. It was it was a local channel doing local music because they're both local artists at the time. But
I don't think MIA was local.
no, she started off local, man.
Really?
Yeah.
I
One second.
don't think so. Doesn't matter.
All right, let's see. According to Rolling Stone.
Not sponsored.
Where's that stupid article from Rolling Stone?
I don't know. You're the one looking it up.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Nope, that's not the one I was looking at. They had
Definitely
one.
not.
Top 25 hosts. Anybody? Bueller.
Bueller.
Jesus
I understand that
Christ.
reference. What's up?
I
I feel like if-
No,
I don't know.
apparently she
But,
started in London. Okay,
Queen,
never mind.
Elvis Costello, Rolling Stones, to name a few. Let's see, I don't know.
They've had anybody and everybody.
Kanye West was on there for a little. He did his thing on there before he got canceled for doing some crazy.
He
ass
did his
shit.
Kanye best.
Billie Eilish, more
Yeah,
reasonable.
Billy got an eyelash. in her.
Fucking Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Fucking Sarah something.
Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Let's
Honestly,
see. Prince.
if-
Prince
yeah.
was on there.
Oh my god.
Yep. Patti Smith.
Yep.
Mariah Carey.
I don't know if it was the Jacksons
Ray
or Jackson
Charles
5.
did her thing
somewhere.
on my birth. He was on there on my birthday. Let's go. I wasn't born
Really?
yet. 1977.
So
five,
not on your birthday.
5 years before I was born on my birthday.
But still, close enough.
Kinda
Kanye
close.
West.
He did his Kanye
He
best.
did LL Cool J. Mama gonna knock you out. I don't know if that's what he sang, but that's what I would have sang if I was him.
There's been like things where like they say like they specifically requested not to do a certain song or change the lyrics, and I
Billie
remember them having
Eilish?
problems with that shit.
Yep, said that one.
Yeah.
Let's go to the top 10.
Well,
Just
I'm
cut it
going.
straight through.
I gotta get past 19.
Just cut straight
17,
through.
14, 13. Pearl Jam, 13. Nirvana, 12. How's Nirvana 12? There better be some
Fuck
fucking
'em.
bangers. Come on.
I like how
I
there's
think
an
Nirvana's a
actual-
little overrated.
I like how there's a whole Wikipedia section for list of live action Saturday Night Live incidents.
Yo, what the fuck happened here?
Technical issues. Ashley Simpson.
Yeah,
Controversies.
technical issues as I'm fucking going through technical issues right here with my stupid phone.
Yeah.
I think you need a better phone.
I think I do.
Andrew Dice Clay was supposed to be a host member,
Oh my god.
And
Andrew
the Dice
Dice
Man.
Clay.
but apparently he got.
All right, Rage
It
Against
wasn't
the
just
Machine.
him. Fucking
10.
Kaufman. Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
He
Rage
had a
Against the Machine.
huge fucking
The band.
incident.
The band. They played. That's top.
Number 8 is
Devo. Number 7 is David Bowie. Number 6 is Sinead O'Connor.
Oh yeah, we talked about that one loosely.
Elvis Costello. Number 5.
Wait. So apparently Sinead O'Connor
Neil
was
Young.
supposed to be the guest for the Andrew Dice Clay episode,
Yes.
but she said she wasn't going to because
Yes,
of his
because-
Holocaust comments.
Yeah.
But then she came on later on because
Simon
this
and
was
Garfunkel, too.
2 years later where she did the whole thing with the Pope thing. Could you imagine if she did that during the Dice Clay episode, though? The amount of fucking heads that would have exploded from that shit? Jesus
No, I can't imagine.
fuck.
Tell me more, Bob.
Oh my god, that would have been a...
Number 2 was Simon and Garfunkel, you said?
Yeah, and then my phone crapped out.
Well, it doesn't matter. You, right there, viewer, you could be number 1 if you are interested in music.
So what? Because I like it. He's Jewish, no? Yeah, he's got to be. Silverstein, Lefkowitz. So what do you say about the Holocaust?
1 second.
Like something similar to what my fucking stupid Jewish ass said about fucking Hitler and his fucking expensive gas bill.
The section of was compared by audience member. What?
Do we say goodnight, people?
Wait. Before we say goodnight, though, I do want to take a moment of silence
For
Final thoughts.
for Toriyama.
Let's have a quick moment of silence for Akira Toriyama. Rest in peace.
Who's that
He
guy?
was the DBZ mangaka. He also did a few other things, but that's what he's most known for.
Who?
Dragon
He's the
Ball,
guy who
Dragon Ball
made
Z, Dragon Ball
Z.
Super.
He's the what?
He's the guy who made Dragon Ball
Oh
Z.
shit!
Yeah, he passed away.
Oh damn!
Yeah, so taking a moment of silence. So shush.
March 1st, we found out about it, and by we, I mean the world found out about it on March 8th. Quick rest in peace for him. Akira Toriyama did what?
You go teach that dinosaur how to ride a ball.
Rest in peace. You quite literally changed the world of manga.
He changed, like, I was joking around, but I said, like, when I found that, I was joking around. I said, if you go outside and listen closely on the wind, you will hear all of Mexico crying, and I'm not wrong.
No, they fucking loved Dragon
Dude,
Ball Z.
like, no, I'm not joking. Like, apparently, there has been a decrease in, like, cartel activity and everything, like, the past few days because of this.
Yeah.
The morning.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, no, they're good.
No,
They
like,
should
no
stop fucking
joke,
for
like,
other
they-
reasons.
They
than this.
used to have strip clubs
Strip
play
clubs
it
would play, like, the new episodes of, like, Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Z
to
Super.
attract more customers.
Yeah, and they would host, like, episodes like fucking football events and shit.
Yep.
It got to the point where the company
Please, rest in peace.
petitioned the Japanese Mexican embassy to do something about it. I'm not even joking.
Please, honestly, rest in peace. You will be missed. I know you were a little young for Japanese standards. 68. We appreciate you. And good night, people.